So we have certain games when they're really bad, you know, like they get nicknames, like instead of struggle. Instead of damn, I don't even remember the name of that game. What was it called? I call it Struggleborn now. Battleborn.
Into oblivion.
Instead of Battleborn, you have Struggleborn. We have a new contender for the best shitter of the year. And it's a game we've all warned you about. Now, when the previews came out a couple weeks ago, literally everybody from journalists to content creators said this shit was ass. And you knew it was ass because they didn't have any gameplay. They didn't let them record any gameplay. So they had to sit there and talk about what they played while showing off footage that the publisher sent to them via email. Just red flags all over the place. Unfortunately, GI member Siggy said that this is still going to be a great game and he's going to play it. So make sure when he comes home on July 4th, twitch.tv/SiggyV, make sure to hold him accountable. Make sure that he plays Mindseye. Now, Mindseye has released, and a surprise to no one, it's complete ass. According to reports, it's a technical disaster. Avoid this game at all costs. It's locked at 30 FPS across all consoles, but it still suffers from stutters and frame drops, messy performance on the PC, very buggy across the board. It's crashing. They did not send out any review copies, and only praise seems to be coming from sponsored streams. All types of bugs. Look at this shit that was online right here. They got the what game? It was a Ubisoft game. Was it Assassin's Creed Unity? I think it's got Assassin's Creed Unity level of bugs where like faces are melting and shit like that. Yeah, like this is Assassin's Creed Unity bad. So I'm letting everybody know, if you buy this game, you're fucking crazy. This is what I'm talking about when I say it's very rare this day and age we see something this bad. This is an objective, not subjective. It's an objectively bad game because it's completely unfunctional. If a game is functional, at bare minimum, it's like a 5 out of 10. And then it becomes like subjective, right? This is functionally just, it doesn't fucking work. Stay away from it. And people still went out and bought it just so they can make videos about it. Like, bro, everybody knew this shit was fucking horrible. And then motherfuckers in the chat told me, are you gonna play this? Mind slop. No, I'm not playing this fucking shit, bro. $70 for this bullshit. And you know the worst part is, in the commercials, they kept advertising this is made by former developers of Rockstar. Ladies and gentlemen, we now know why they're former developers. You guys weren't good enough to work on GTA 6. Oh shit. So look, we got some crazy bugs on this shit, bro. Oh shit.
Jacob, is your heart still beating?
Lamry's isn't, but the bots aren't standing down. They took the orb. We're following them now. Carrie was shot.
Riggs, you okay?
Weirdly, I feel...
This is what I mean. If y'all want to dunk on this game because like I said, sometimes I be feeling like the internet goes way too hard. A lot of y'all don't know the difference between something that's objectively bad and something that's just not for you. Some of y'all just don't understand the concept of demographics. This has nothing to do with demographics. This is an objectively bad game. And I hope me showing this, you said drop the link, I got you. I hope me showing this to y'all understand this and y'all start expanding your vocabulary. This is fucking dog shit. It should have never came out. It should have been delayed or never came out. And it was funny too, because last night I was scrolling on, I put this in the group chat. I think did I save it? No, I did not save it. Hold on, let me. So last night I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across this video. This dude that was streaming. Hold on, let me save it. On my For You page. This shit was so fucking funny. He was playing Mindseye and I had to start screen recording. Because I kid you not, I was in this stream. I got the clip. I was in the stream for about 5 seconds, and the first thing I saw was him shoot somebody in the face, and then the NPC's neck goes like this, and then he just continues to shoot. He doesn't die, but his neck is like crooked. I didn't get the part where he shot him, but I screen recorded it. This shit was so funny, and then the reaction of the creator is funny too. Hold up. What's the name of the dude? Shout out to Bree Plays. Shout out to Bree Plays. This just randomly hit my For You page. I started instantly screen recording.
I think we done seen it all. I
don't know if y'all can see his neck right there.
Yeah, let's go.
And then his neck recovered. And then he popped his neck back in place and kept shooting. Mind you, this is after he got blasted in the face with a shotgun. The game just doesn't fucking work. And then his reaction had me dying. I was like, oh yeah, let me save this for the fucking stream, bro. That's fucking funny, bro. It's giving Saints Row reboot vibes. Nah, this is worse than the Saints Row reboot. This is worse. Functionally, this is worse. I think I had some other stuff saved for it as well. Oh, and then Watts put this in. You know this game is bad when Watts starts shitting on it. She put this in the group chat. Apparently, Carnage got a sponsorship for Mindseye, and they canceled it like midstream. I guess they saw all the hate they was getting. They was like, ain't nobody getting the check. They took their ball and went home. Hold up.
Oh, Chad. What? Okay.
I'm booting up, dude. There's the Mindseye on the left side. He said, I'm booting up, dude.
The sponsor just paused the sponsored stream.
I ain't never had that happen, bruh. They've been getting so much hate. They just sent out emails to anybody that was sponsored. It was like, hey, man, we ain't got it. We ain't got it, man. Fuck it. He said, whatever. He alt for it out and went straight to Dune Awakening. That shit is fucking funny, dude. This game fucking sucks. So you've been warned. This is arguably the worst launch of 2025 so far. Please stay away from this game. If you buy it, you're doing it to yourself. You're fucking crazy. There are plenty of great games to play this year. Fuck this game. Fuck Mindseye, Mind Slop. Wait, how the fuck do you pause a sponsor stream? I don't know. I've never heard of that shit. They was in his chat. They was like, nah, cut the cord. Cut. The dude that was drinking. Glad I waited. This Siggy stream gonna be great. In other negative news, Sony lays off 30% of Days Gone's developer Ben Studio after canceling a live service game. That's right, Sony Interactive, the studio that says they want to focus on making more live service games. They are now firing people that's working on live service games. Sony has laid off about 30% of its staff at Ben Studio, the first-party developer for the PlayStation 4 open-world game Days Gone Off My Hard Drive. The publisher confirmed the layoffs in a statement via GameSpot. According to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, about 40 people were laid off from the studio. In its statement, Sony has confirmed that Ben Studio has been working on a live service game earlier in the year, but the game has been canceled, and the studio is moving on to a new unnamed project. They got to rid a bunch of your team and then force you to make something else. Earlier this year, Ben Studio wrapped development on a live service concept. After careful consideration, we chose not to move forward with it as the team shifts focus to its next project. We made strategic changes to better position the studio for long-term success. As part of this transition, a workforce reduction has taken place at the studio. This decision was not made lightly, and we are extremely grateful for the meaningful contributions of those impacted. Blah, 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 blah. Unfortunate. We don't like seeing people lose their jobs. Now, why would they do that? I don't know.
Shout out
but
to nigga in the chat for resubscribe.
It's not good people lost their jobs, but I do think it's good they canceled this game because Ben Studio can't even make a good single player game. I don't care what y'all say. I know Days Gone has been patched. Days Gone is mid as fuck, bro. They can't make a good single player game, and you expect them to make a good live service game? Nah. Pack it up, bro. Hopefully the next game is better, though. Hopefully the next game is better. So don't, if you're expecting something from them soon, don't. They back to the drawing board. You could tell Sony read them comments after Concord. They're fucking shaking, dude. Another project that was canceled, according to reports, is Just Cause 5. If you were looking forward to Just Cause 5, the action open world game.
Thanks for resubscribing. Should be enough money for TBH
yo, shout out to Cyber Demon with the sub. Appreciate it.
Gifting that sub to the broke boy in the chat.
Is this game similar to Cyberpunk on release? That's a good question. It might be worse. A considerable amount of time has passed since we last saw a new installment in the Just Cause series, with the last entry being in 2018. While the title received a mixed reception from both critics and audience, it was still enough to leave fans eager for more. Unfortunately for those fans, Square Enix has remained largely quiet regarding the franchise's future, only quietly confirming the development of a new game during a 2022 financial results briefing. A mobile game was also announced in 2020, though it was eventually canceled in 2023. To make matters worse, we have now discovered evidence indicating that the new title was canceled quite a while ago. The information comes from a profile of a former Sumo Digital employee who worked as the vehicles features team lead on the project from 21 to 23 before it was ultimately canceled. Oh, it literally says it on his LinkedIn profile, now canceled. Nah, Cyberpunk literally had a glitch where I could not progress. Yeah, I kept falling through the map. Cyberpunk was really bad, but that was a very unique case where they turned shit around. The thing about Cyberpunk that it did have going for it, and what I will say is, Cyberpunk was a disaster at launch, but there was a foundation there. You could see what they wanted to do. So I understand why people who played it recently love the game. It had a foundation there. They just needed more time to cook. I don't think Mindseye has anything going for it. There's nothing in that gameplay, even if it worked, that made me want to say, oh my God, I can't wait to play it. It looks like a generic third-person shooter. And it's just not pushing any boundaries. So back to Just Cause 5. If you were looking forward to it, it looks like it's probably not coming. Square Enix said, no, no, no. And last but not least, because this has been all negative news, I want to end on a positive note. Now, a couple weeks ago, if you were in my stream, shout out to the For You page, it brought me back. If you were in my stream a couple weeks ago, I brought up this woman who ended up on my For You page. I thought she was rage baiting because she was watching the Last of Us TV show and she didn't understand that you can play through a story game. She didn't understand there were intricate stories in video games or whatever. And I thought she was rage baiting, right? It turns out she wasn't. She started playing the Last of Us video game and she likes it. And then she gave this update. It randomly hit my For You page. So I'm gonna just play the video because she went from being like a gaming skeptic after watching the show to saying this.
Help my ADHD. I started gaming 12 days ago, and as somebody that's prescribed and takes raw, I really haven't been taking it since I started gaming, and that's crazy to me because I haven't even noticed. I think it's because I'm getting that dopamine hit, especially with The Last of Us. It's always something going on. It keeps me on my toes, so it's giving me something to look forward to. It's that excitement. I stayed in the house these past 2 weekends, saved money, all type of stuff. So gaming has some benefits. The type of person that always needs to be planning something. I celebrate all the holidays. I always want to have a get together just because I need to be looking forward to something constantly. Now that I'm almost done with The Last of Us, I have Detroit Become Human and Life is Strange next on my list. Hopefully those are exciting. I haven't.
Yeah, can y'all stop being horny in the chat? Jesus
or anything,
Christ.
so I don't know what they're about. Hopefully those live up to my expectation. If you have any other exciting games that you could recommend, please leave them in the comments. Now I know I like games like that. Games that keep me busy, focused. My attention span is non-existent. So yes, please.
So on this stream, like I said, I thought she was rage baiting. You know, people be doing that shit, but she was being honest. So I had to give the update. Not only she started off, yo, shout out to
It's rough out here.
the TV show, the TV show for The Last of Us. Shout out to Polaroid with the sub. The TV show for The Last of Us did something positive. I can't believe I'm saying this. It got her to try the game because she didn't understand the difference between single player and multiplayer games. She thought all games were like 2K and Call of Duty. That's what she was saying in her original video. She didn't understand the concept of a single player game. So shout out to her. She tried The Last of Us. She ended up loving it. And now she's talking about it helped her with her ADHD. She's more focused. She's spending less money because she's focused on playing the game instead of going out. She got a list of games she want to try. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another one. And what I love about this story is it ended on a positive note, but somehow this woman that just became a gamer is more cultured than some of you niggas in the chat because she's playing cultured games. The Last of Us 1 is a classic. Last of Us 2 is Last of Us 1 is a classic. That's a good start. She's talking about Detroit Become Human. She's talking about Life is Strange. She's playing games. You niggas is playing 2K. So shout out to her for keeping an open mind. We got another one. Welcome to the community, man. I'm leaving it on a positive note. Fucking frauds in the chat.